Are you guys familiar with Brownsville rapper Ka?
I've heard him. I can't say that I was like, oh, that's my guy. But he's one of those people I've heard of. I know of his music.
Definitely heard of him.
Did he do the chess thing? Did he have a chess theme at one point?
I'm not sure.
Did we share him on the blog?
Yes, definitely.
I remember Ka.
So let me share this.
He was a firefighter or something.
He was.
Yeah, 9/11.
Yeah,
so he passed away at 52. His family made a statement. We are heartbroken to announce the passing of 𝗑𝗓𝗓 Ryan, the rapper and producer known as Ka, who died unexpectedly in New York on October 12th at the age of 52. He was born and raised in Brownsville, Brooklyn, and Ka lived a life of service to his community. He was a 20-year veteran of the New York City Fire Department.
Wow.
Put his life on the line to protect citizens. He rose to the rank of 𝗑𝗘𝗔𝗦 captain and was the first responder on September 11th during the attacks. He leaves an extraordinary legacy as a recording artist, including 11 remarkable self-released solo albums. Survived by his wife, mother, and sister. We kindly ask privacy as they grieve this incalculable loss.
Yeah, I remember him now.
Yeah. So with that being said, I want to kind of, we can talk about him obviously, but I want to share a short clip from him when he was on a. You guys are familiar with the Red Bull Music Academy?
If you come into me for party songs, don't come to me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like if you're like, I love my music, like very exciting, and I'm not him. You just lost your uncle, your favorite uncle, and you just want to know like that. Can somebody get through this pain? Yes, you listen to me, and I've been through that, and we get through it together. That's what I feel like I am. I only do music. My music is super personal. I only do music with people I consider friends. That's just a decision that I made. I shouldn't let my age scare me to doing something that I just love doing. Like, are you prepared to do what you're doing when it ain't cool no more? That's a passion. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm doing necessarily ain't cool no more. Writing rhymes as a 40-year-old man, that ain't cool. For some, it's cool for me. I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it fucked up. But I'm like, whatever the hot genre is right now and everybody's doing it, are you gonna be prepared to do that when it ain't cool no more? And when you like a weirdo doing, like, it might be somebody right now in their house, a 60-year-old man that's still doing disco. That shit ain't cool no more, but he loved that. And I gotta salute that man for that.
So with that being said, rest in peace to Ka. Again, I wasn't super familiar with his music outside of what we used to share on Bringing Down the Band. He used to work with Rock Marciano a lot. He was one of his friends.
I do remember once I seen this, I'm like, oh yeah, that's dude that he came out later. Like he probably started getting big in the blog era in probably like 2014. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was a little later. I wasn't super familiar with his work, but I think he made some interesting points in that Red Bull interview where he talked.
That was fire.
Where he talked about he only works with his friends, he only works with who he wants, with people he knows, and also like it's cool to be an older rapper. Like it's cool. That's just what I do. You can like it too.
The point that he made about the person that is, I think he was 60 years old, is the reference that still likes disco. But they love that, so that's what they do, and they stay in that pocket. I really like that part of it because it does take balls to have individuality and stay where you are and just know that that's your pocket, that's your lane. He obviously embraced his when he was doing this interview because clearly he wasn't changing. Like that's who he was, and he knew his pocket, and he stayed in that pocket. I respect people that do that because that's hard to not follow trends. Like what's successful now, people tend to go towards that just out of human nature. So I salute him for that because individuality and just being you, I always respect that when I see it.
Yeah, it's always been an unwritten rule for some reason in hip hop that you're supposed to age out.
Right.
But the thing about it is we are actually products of hip hop. So hip hop has been around our whole life.
True.
So in our essence, all the artists that we rocked with were younger. To us, they looked older because we were kids.
Right.
But when you start going through the grand scheme of things and how old they actually were, they were really young. But again, we grew up in this genre, and we continue to participate and be, people of the culture of this exact same genre because it's part of us. So it's turned into something else versus I can only do this until I'm yay old or whatever. And we've already been proven wrong with like artists like Scarface. LL Cool J just dropped the album. Jay-Z, Nas,
Common.
Hell, Eminem.
Exactly.
These are all people in their 40s and 50s that drop nice pieces of art this year.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And so we can all live in the fact that hip hop is here to stay. I know he brought up disco. Disco probably had his run for maybe 7 years.
Right.
It wrapped up in 1979 or 1980.
Yeah.
So
Hip hop was born in the 70s and is still going. So
That's true.
Right. You know, I think about this because I think about my participation in hip hop and like how much longer. Not only am I going to do certain things, but when people are really going to hear from me or care that I'm involved, I know I'm aging out of it. I'm trying to get some other people prepared to step into my shoes. Now take that Tuesday.
but are you aging out of it? Is that
Just for a certain segment of it? Yes, I'm aging out.
Yeah.
You know, because it's work to me. Now take that Tuesday, you know, which is 18 years long running as a hip hop event. You know, I'm going to look. Metronome and I are going to do that until like we just can't stand on the stage anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Shout out to Pete.
with this, we have carved out a place for people who love, you know, a certain segment of hip hop to come and feel like they still have a place in the culture, and we play the records that make them feel comfortable. You know,
Yeah,
and
because there's elements of hip hop that are timeless. So that's why I said, are you really? Because I mean, certain forms of hip hop are going to stand the test of time, essentially. Other forms are going to go away, or just going to be, as we call it, moment music that only exist in that time. But we participate in the acts that are actually timeless.
right now we can do it, but you never know. In 2 years, they'll be like, y'all got to stop this, you know, and that's fine. But, you know, once again, you have to find your pocket in hip hop and understand what you do is valuable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, shout out to that brother, man, for sure.
yeah, rest in peace to Ka, and condolences to his family.